Great news for cinema fans and for UFC fans like myself. Zack Snyder is going to direct a film for the UFC called Brawler. Let's get into it. So it's saying that Zack Snyder is going to team up directly with Dana White, president of the UFC. And this looks like a great freaking idea, man. So the project logline: rising from the rough streets of Los Angeles, a young fighter gets a shot at a UFC championship, battling his inner demons as he fights for redemption. Zack says something over here. Zack says, behind every great fighter is the story of how he got there. UFC is the world leader in combat sports, and I'm honored to be partnering with them to tell this incredible story. And they just go on to say all those specifics and the specifics of what Zack has worked on. So you could read the article from Deadline, THR, Variety. They all kind of are saying the same thing. I think this is a great idea. They're taking a page out of Joseph Kosinski, doing a film for F1, partnering with F1. It's the official logo. And I think this is, for UFC, is a great idea. UFC is the leading sport, as Zack says, and F1 is also a great up-and-coming rising sport right now. And this type of thing is really fun, really engaging. It's a new way to market a film. And I think had this been another director, I would still be excited, but I'd be kind of like, I'd be wondering, if are they just going to focus on being accurate to the UFC and not make a great story? You know, like, how is this going to be? And like, I love the film Warrior, like many people. And if you know anything about Dana White, president of UFC, he hates that movie. And a lot of professionals within the UFC world don't like that movie because of the way they portray the UFC, the way they portray the system, and it's just not accurate. And but obviously, as a film, as a story, as a sport drama, family drama, it's great. So I like the fact that Zack's attached to this because I love Zack Snyder. I think he's at this point an underrated director, and he's kind of lost his clout. He's lost artistic perception from people. I feel people don't view him that way. Him, his fans like myself, we're a meme at this point. Snyder fans, that, you know, like, it's just his name has gotten kind of trashed in the last few years. So I think this is a great matchup because Dana's a part of this and Zack's a part of this. And Zack, if you know anything about Zack, he loves fitness, he loves sports, he loves violence, he loves bodybuilding. He has a bodybuilding past, and I've seen him on the Joe Rogan podcast. He knows about the UFC. He's friends with Joe, he's friends with Dana. So he's gonna have the right people around him that are gonna give him true insights into the UFC, not just in the system of the sport, but also the types of characters, the types of real people that participate in this sport. And as someone from LA, I love the fact that this is gonna be about an LA guy, you know, and I think it's gonna be a great representation of a lot of fighters. The type of environments you grow up in, the reasons why you join the sport, and the reasons why you fight, the type of inner demons that they struggle with. And I just think that Zack is like the perfect filmmaker for this. And I think he needs this type of film for his career, a grounded film that isn't going to be full of explosions, full of spaceships, full of CGI. Like, this is going to be right down to a grounded level. And I think this will play to Zack's storytelling strengths, not just visually, not just fights and violence and choreography, but if you've seen a lot of Zack's films, you see that type of gritty redemption, darkness, inner demons. That's his wheelhouse. So I think this film is just gonna completely play to his strengths while also doing good for his career, because this is gonna be a grounded film. And I think this could potentially be a film like Warrior or a film like Rocky or Creed, where it's a sport film with a lot of heart, a lot of story, and it's going to be taken very seriously, not just a film for violence, a film for UFC fans. And I just think this is a great match, like I said, and I'm so excited for this. I can't wait for them to start production, to know who's getting casted. I wonder if Joe Rogan will finally return to acting, because he hates the acting world, he hates Hollywood, and he doesn't want to return. Even for most of his friends, he says no. But perhaps something like this with Zack Snyder, he will. So I'm just so excited to learn more about this film, to see it. Who knows when it'll come out? Hopefully it won't take too long, since there's probably not going to be a lot of CGI. Let me know your thoughts on the article, on the ideas, the people involved, and yeah, thanks for watching.